Alrighty, we are back here at the cabin. I actually spent last night chopping down a number of trees around here to get some wood, and also organized some of the storage crates. So in here I've got the two in here, but I also added one that is down in the ground. And one thing I noticed, I don't think I've seen this before, is cobwebs appeared in some of these. Now I haven't been in the game in a little while. Life of Feudal, as many of you know, has kind of taken over, but we're back in here, and I found in these crates some cobwebs. So I don't know if that's from them sitting around too long or what, but they're actually pretty cool. They're blocks you can place, and if you walk through them, you're greatly slowed down. So anyway, hopefully we run across more of those. That could be kind of fun to play with. I did play a lot of this game recently with a friend and never ran across those, but it was a marathon game. We started and stopped in the same night, so maybe we just weren't playing long enough to see that. But one of the first things I actually want to get going here is I need to get a forge going, and in addition to that, I would like to extend the size of this cabin. Right now it is quite small. I was in a hurry to get it going, so I've got some wood planks here. I didn't actually get finished on as many as I had hoped, so let's go ahead and get some of this going. I'm just going to go ahead and do all of those, so that we've got, it looks like 27. And then what we'll do is I'm going to kind of expand onto the cabin, maybe out this way, but not punch through it or anything, and kind of wait till I get it framed out and set up. Now one of the other things I want to do is, and in fact, I don't know, oh, I have 6, so it's enough. I think it's enough to do this. I think it's only 2, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade the door here. That's cool. And then I don't think I have any material on me to do any more upgrades there. So let's see. Let's look again. We do have 4, so we can do 2 more upgrades. I mean, I could just do something like here on the side or something. There we go. A number of you were telling me that I could be doing that, and it was true, but yesterday, or only last night, did I really get around to getting a lot of wood. I have some metal and some of the iron put away, but I prefer not to use that just yet. There's some other things I want to get made first, including the forge. I do want to get the forge going. That's definitely on the list. And I'm kind of thinking that I want that in here as well. As you may recall, we threw the campfire in the window, kind of an odd place when it gets burning. It gets pretty tall. But I think we are going to put the forge in here. I do have the pipes on me. So anyway, I think once all of these are done, we'll go ahead and make another forge. We obviously made one way back at the previous camp. Couldn't carry it with us. So once these are done, I'm going to throw the stone in, throw the pipe in. We'll get a forge made and placed inside the cabin. Okay, I've got the forge placed down. You can see that I've got, I threw some iron fragments in here, at least they were in here, but they are now now done. I also had thrown some scrap in there as well. So anyway, we've kind of kicked out some iron, and we'll have to get some more going because we've only got a few here. Let's go ahead and check this out. We can drop that in here. I guess we could have left the mold in there because that's probably what we'll get to again next time. But anyway, we got the forge set up, which is great. And let's go ahead and step out here and take the frames that I just set up. And I'm going to kind of lay out a kind of an area foundation here for extending the cabin a bit, so we have a little bit more room. I'm kind of thinking we don't have to go that far. I could go this far and then just basically punch this bottom one out and leave it kind of a doorway. It gives a little bit more room. And I really don't need a ton of room. It just feels really cramped in there. And so I thought we could extend this a bit. Let's see. Let's actually take some of this back. And maybe what we'll do... So we could do it from here. Something like this. Make it a little bit more roomy rather than extend the narrowness of it. So let's go ahead and I think we'll just lay it out something like this and take a look. Okay, let's see. So if we pop this, we could really pop the whole, everything open. But I think that would be kind of cool. Wouldn't require, a ton of frames. Let's see. I could even do windows again. see, something like this. And I did leave that open over there. 1, 2, and if I can not slide around, 3. So we've got a lot of the frame laid out there. I almost wouldn't mind having the ceiling taller as well. I get really claustrophobic in here and just kind of camping out in here. So I think what we'll do is run around and chop some more trees down so we can have some wood. Let's see, I guess we do have these planks here. Let's frame, and let's see, I guess we can actually get quite a few of these out. Maybe we'll do something like that. So maybe what I'll do instead is, let's see about repairing the pick, actually. I'd like to still get some more iron, but we have the pick, it's busted up. I do only have 2 scrap metal. I don't think the short iron pipe gives the same thing. Actually, maybe that is what you use. I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's not scrap lead. This basically takes the metal strips, and I think that's what we get from the pipe. I don't think I have anything else offhand anyway. Okay, I wasn't able to repair the axe a whole lot. The metal bar breaks down to 5 strips. It really doesn't repair that much, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and take it anyway. Where did he go? Did he go for a swim? There he is. There you are. Whoops. You took a dip right as I was shooting. Okay. So anyway, we're going to run over here really quick and see if we can loot this guy. Come on. Where's the right angle? Oh. Alright, we'll take that. We're going to come over here with a pick and try and get some more iron so we can actually break down these guys here. These like I-beams. There we go. Get some scrap metal. Cool. This stuff breaks up pretty easily too. It's very loud though. Thinking it probably calls all surrounding zombies. I actually haven't had too big of an issue with that when I've done this before, but seems like it would be a thing. Okay, after gathering a bunch of that, we were able to change it into scrap iron. A lot of that metal scraps or whatever that was called. I think that's what it was called. Oh, my memory. It's so terrible. But yeah, you break up the I-beams, you get those, you combine them together. It's a slow process, but it makes the scrap iron. And then, of course, we can come back in here and kick out a bunch of iron ingots. So we are well on our way to having a good number of these. And we've got a couple here. I've already pulled some out. I think we're at 5 here. So we'll have a good chunk of that stuff. We'll be able to make some things. I do want to make a shovel, for example. That's one of the next things I want to make, because I'm kind of thinking that we go underground with this thing. This can basically be the kind of our safe place for now in the beginning, and then it will essentially become the entryway to an underground kind of setup. And with a shovel we can really dig out area pretty well underneath this, just make kind of a basement, maybe move in towards the hill and set up down there. Now if we bring up my inventory here, we've got all kinds of little loose odds and ends. One of the things I want to do is make a bucket, and you can do that with the iron, and that will allow me to go scoop some water, bring that in, and have that underground as well, so I can quickly refill these glass jars without having to go out anywhere. So that's pretty cool. And then while we're here, let's go ahead and crank out the rest of this wood. So we have at least, oh, I actually put the frames up. I was going to say I thought I had some frames. I've already gone ahead and put those up here. Now I think starting with this one going across the top would be 5 across, and I can't remember if that works or if that would kind of crash down. I feel like it would need some kind of support, so I just did this little cross guy here, which should be good enough to support that. So anyway, once we get this stuff going, actually we could just stop this here. It's probably enough. Wood frame, I think we need, how many are we gonna need? Let's jump up here. Get a count here. 5, 10, plus 4 more, it's 14, 15, 16, 17 about, plus the corners I avoided. Something like 20, somewhere in there. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and click this up. We'll probably do 23, sure, that's fine. We'll get those cranked out, then I can lay out the rest of the roof here, and then I can go through this guy and make these no longer frames, but actually the solid wood. I would do it now, but I'd probably break my axe, so it's probably about time I go repair that. But we're gonna have to wait for the wood to finish anyway, so it's once again a waiting game. Okay, well, I just decided to get rid of the axe, so I just went chopping on a tree until it was gone and made myself a fire axe. I figured we had plenty of iron, that we might as well get a cool new axe. And the other one's easy enough to make if we decide we need it. So anyway, I've got the frames here. You can see we've got the 23, so that's what is up next. We're going to go ahead and go around this guy, get this all set up. Cool. Close this in and make it all safe, and then we can expand into it. Let's see here. Okay, something like that. And then I had a corner, I thought. Oh, down here. I guess we can bring that up to here. And that's the extent of what we have. Not too big a deal, I think. Yeah, I think that's fine. So let's go ahead and take a look. We've got 54. Of course, we're starving. It's funny, I was actually playing with a friend of mine, Brandon, and I kept doing that. And he's like, why don't you eat? Why don't you drink? It's like, yeah, I just wait. My notification is the pain and suffering I feel. That's when I know I need to eat. I just let it go down to that. It's fine. What are bandages for, you know? Got bandages to bring us back up after almost starving to death. So we can chop our way in here. Oh, you know what I just realized? We need that stone axe to make these frames into the solid wood walls. Anyway, not a big deal. Easy enough to make that. I might even have the material on me. Actually, I don't think I do. We're going to go ahead and bust through this first, though. Sweating it out. It's unfortunate you can't pick up the frame at this point once you break it down. That'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind taking this and saving it for later. Anyway, I'm going to go through, bust through this guy, grab another axe so we can build up the walls and get rolling. Okay, so here I was, minding my own business, trying to get the all the frame stuff set up here, and these guys decided to show up. So this could be a little interesting. Of course I didn't hit his head. These bobbers. You gotta time it just right. So I think we're gonna try and get through these guys. Hopefully without too many issues. Make sure I'm not walking into a horde behind me. This seems to be the herd here. I'm just gonna have to stay on the move. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Guess I need to stick to aiming. Trail these guys around. Man. You just took it right to the dome. Run these guys around a bit. Let's see here. I need a shotgun. Really just line these up. Just fire into the crowd and hit them right in the head. Let's see. I have 16 of these guys. 16 crossbow bolts. Definitely need to make sure I'm hitting them in the head. Make the best use of these. But it does look like I'm going to have to go to the axe at some point. Oh my gosh, such a terrible shot. Whoop, a little bit of lag there. Hung up for a second. There we go. Nobody behind me? You. These guys are always late to the party. You get a big herd, you cut everybody down, you think, alright, that wasn't too bad. I took care of everybody. And then those guys show up like 5 minutes later. There'll be like 8 of them. They're like, where did you guys come from? We crawled as fast as we could. Okay, that should be the last of them. I just got the last couple crawlers there. So a lot of bodies to search. This is always a fun part. So will we find anything of value? This is where I tend to get lazy and I just kind of search some of them and come back a little bit later. Give them a minute or two to sit. Yeah. Okay. Ugh, wrong button there. Got the nude walker and all the bones I don't want. Anyway, there's probably a couple more guys to pick clean over there, but let's head over this direction. In fact, did these disappear already? Looks like it. Yeah. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and let them sit. And we're going to finish up the wall here because that's just... that was just the start, I'm sure, as we close in on nighttime here. Well, we've got the addition to the cabin completed. So we're looking a little boxy and a little odd shaped, but that's cool. That's okay. We got the shovel. I think tonight we're going to spend the night digging. I think that'll be a good start and get the cave started. I've got everything else pretty well organized. If you step in here, you'll see that I did put a door in here because I had another one, and I went ahead and reinforced that. Now I have some more planks. So I think what I'll do is go around and secure things a bit, probably just around the kind of the mid portion. I guess at this point it would be down here, kind of one block up from the ground. So we'll go ahead and use the remaining planks that I have, I think, just for reinforcement and for the little good it would do us against a full-scale onslaught. But it might help me sleep better at night. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.